Hi, happy Mother's Day to you. Hopefully, very soon I'm going to be joined by my friend and author Anna Juncker, and we'll be talking about the publication of her second children's book, which is Zack Makes His Own Luck, which is out and available on Amazon today. And this is she published our first, hi Gemma, our first children's book back in October. Now she's already on her second. Amazing. There we go. Let's bring, hi, they've got Anna there as well. Let's bring Anna on camera. Let's send her an invite. Hopefully she will join us very shortly. Oh, having a nice afternoon. Hello there, Anna. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can't believe you've got your second book out already. That's quite exciting.
I almost can't believe it myself, honestly. It's like, whoa. Okay. Oh,
You've done so well. So this is Anna Juncker, and she is joining us today from Vancouver in Canada.
Yes.
And she's just bringing her second children's book, which is called Zack Makes His Own Luck, and it's out on Amazon today. Woohoo! That's it. Show the book. Fabulous. Can we see the back cover as well?
Yes.
The back cover. Oh, lovely. There we go. There's the book description on there. Oh, and I love your leprechaun.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. Integral to the story. So, not long ago, you also had your first children's book out, which was Shall We Go Adventure? There it is.
Yes.
There, which was illustrated by your own children, which is absolutely amazing. And you're the mum of 4 boys.
Four boys.
Yeah, and your twins are not even 2. And
No.
this is you on your second book. You are a fantastic person to interview on Mother's Day. What a fantastic mother.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
In Canada, it's not Mother's Day. We have to wait until May.
Well, you can celebrate twice with us then.
Yes, I know. It's like, yay, we all get 2 days. We should have every day. But anyway.
Now, understand that Zack is based on your eldest child, Toby. And this story is actually based on something that you used to say to him whenever something used to go really well, for example, at school. So I just wondered if you could tell us a bit more about that, and also if you could comment on how Zack feels about the fact that this book is based on him, that Zack is based on him, and about this is really his story.
Well, my son, his name is Tobias. It's funny because originally I was gonna do Tobias, but then I couldn't get a flow on it. So then I had to change the name to, I decided Jack. And then it was Jack for the whole story. Everything was fine. Everything was going good. And then I decided, okay, how is the front cover? I need to have an imagery. So I went on Amazon and started looking on there, and lo and behold, there was already a book called Jack and his leprechaun. I'm like, what? And then I had to hurry and rush. And then it's like, hey, if I am not careful, I have to change the whole stanza and everything. So then I had to do Zack. But perfect. I loved it. You know what? Jack rhymed with Zack, and so it was like, I don't have to change anything except his name. Excellent. So when Toby was about 3 years old, every time he got excited about something or something worked really well in his favor, I said, oh, you have a leprechaun on your shoulder. And then as the years went on, it must be that leprechaun, Mama. And we were in the car. This is just months ago when I think it was January. We were in the car and he was really happy about something that happened to him. I said, it must be that leprechaun on his shoulder. And I was in the process of actually finishing off my series when all of a sudden these words just started. It's like, oh, yes, okay, I have to write this book now.
I love it.
So that's how that happened. And Jo, I ended up asking her to illustrate the book. And right off the bat, I knew that I was going to ask her, but I decided just to kind of test the illustrator field. And the people that were kind of showing me examples of their stuff, they were giving me stock images, so nothing that was actually hand drawn. And naturally, from my kids hand drawing my first book, I wanted to continue on that path, and they didn't want to illustrate. So I said, okay, fine, I'm not going to force you. And so I said, okay, Jo, do you have time? Because Jo was working on her second book, and really I know she was illustrating Gemma's second book, and it was like, oh my goodness, can I squeeze in there?
Oh.
So thankfully I had a leprechaun on my shoulder.
Yeah, you certainly did to get Jo to do it. That was really good. But there's quite a time difference, isn't there? There's about what, 7 hours, something like that, between
right.
Vancouver?
Yeah, right now we're actually closer by an hour, so it's 7 hours right now. But before our time change, it was 8 hours. Wow. And there was a couple times where Jo ended up calling me at like 5:30 in the morning. I was awake. The whole house was sleeping. So I had to go find somewhere to hide so I could talk.
Bless you. Yeah, you don't want to wake all 4 kids up at 5:30 in the morning. So that was another challenge in itself. So we had 2020, we've had 2021, which is challenging, and now you've managed to produce 2 children's books and work with an illustrator with quite a significant time difference,
Yes.
and produce all these beautiful illustrations in the book, and you're on a roll. Oh my goodness. So anyway, hats off to you.
Thank you.
I think you're amazing.
Thank you.
Are you able to show us, so we're talking about illustrations, are you able to show us maybe, do you have a favourite illustration in the book, or can you show us a character or something that you really like?
Well, the message of this story, I did it for St. Patrick's Day, of course, but because that seems to be like the only time that people like to make leprechauns important. In my household, it should be every day, from leprechauns to unicorns to dragons to fairies, the whole shabam of magical creatures. and green being my second favorite color, blue is my first. And it's interesting that this story is really based on a child or a person making their own luck, and how they can go about having that persistence and that perseverance and that resilience to be able to do that without actually counting on magic.
Perfect.
Or miracles. We can create it ourselves. And this is why when Jo sent me this picture, I literally almost fell off my chair, because it was just like, this just describes the entire reason of why this story even exists. And it's this one.
Oh, wow. I love it. That's so cool.
And of course, I think the lighting and everything, but I mean, the whole book, I'll do a little flip through, is all about color. And
it's gorgeous.
Amazing. And she did an absolutely fantastic job, and I will be forever grateful because it was, especially the rainbows. I mean, really.
Must have been meant.
And yeah, so that's my favorite image from the book. I can show you Toby's, because we asked Toby, and since, you know, he's all about the football.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Oh,
that's
that's
Toby.
good.
Yeah.
So is he quite proud that he's in this book then?
Yeah, he likes being in the limelight, but he's shy, so it's a very interesting thing.
So I guess you'll want some of your other children will want Matthias. He'll want his book out next, probably.
Yeah,
One
it's
about him.
Matthias's turn. He asked me to write a story for him, which is normal. And his stories actually turned into 3. Yeah. And yeah, so it's about 2 little stars where they make a wish. And from their wish, they get their wish granted, and then they find their purpose. And so the stories kind of they're intermingled within one another. But because there is a lot of stuff that goes into picture books, and every time I'm reading it to Matthias, he's like, Mama, I don't want it to stop. I want the rest. And it's like a series. I would say I would kind of split them up, but he didn't want me to split them up. So I thought, okay, well, it would be perfect just to make it a first chapter book for beginner readers. And just like right at the beginning, and 3 of them is enough. I did want to add a 4th one, so it will be perfect as a starter book. So he gets the longest book for now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you've got all sorts going on. You've got so many stories on the go. You've been a big busy woman. You've also got your website out at the minute as well, and a YouTube channel. So
Yes.
I guess people can go there to find out a bit more about you.
Yes.
What could we find if we went on to your website or your YouTube channel? What would we find on there, Anna?
Well, if you go to my website, you find out all about Anna. Things that I have done, things that where I stem from, that I'm a 4th generation healer in my family, and I am very spiritual, and you can find all of my social media channels on YouTube. I just kind of started it, and still kind of trying to work around the theme that I want to create for it, so still kind of debating on that one. But if you go to my website, which is annafjunker.com, then you'll be able just to always stay up to date. If you sign up to my monthly newsletter, you get a free copy of an activity book that is the workbook for this one. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
My goodness, you're so busy, and that is really, really impressive. So not only have you brought out your books, but you've got colouring books, and I guess there must be loads of activities for children on your
Yeah.
website as
All
well.
about mindset and all about emotional intelligence and connecting with oneself, because I've always had this thing. Some people probably consider it really selfish, but I don't, because I've always had this motto: if you don't take care of yourself first, you're completely useless to everybody else. And
Absolutely. Got to nourish yourself to be able to give to other people. You're right.
and as a mom, I always make sure, like my very first, whether it's in writing or anything that I do, to sustain as much of my sanity as I possibly can. Yes, I have to wake up earlier in the morning, but I get that hour and a half to myself. And I've always been an early bird, early morning person. So for me, it's easy. And I was very blessed that my children like to sleep in. And so
That's fine then. Worked out well.
it worked
Yeah.
out fantastic. And if they started, I was planning, okay, if somehow if the twins, got older and they woke up earlier, I'll just wake up earlier, go to bed earlier, and just so I have that me time. And yeah, that's why it seems easy that I can get all of this stuff done. It's not, but as long as I have my coffee, I'm good.
Wow. Running on coffee and not enough hours, but you're an amazing woman. I just wondered, right, you've got this deep love of nature and of storytelling, and where does that come from, Anna? Was this something that you got from your family, or is it something you discovered yourself about you? Where did it
When
come
I
from?
was a kid, I think the closest thing I can recollect to, we lived on an acreage and we had a forest in the back. And I can probably pinpoint a lot sooner where I was very connected to nature. I've always been a person that loves trees. I've been a tree hugger from the beginning. Tree and animals are my thing 100%. And a lot of the time I tend to put them ahead of people. But I've always had that connection. But I had this tree when we lived on the acreage, and his name was Fred. And he was my best friend. And I would sit for hours sitting and talking to him. And that's where my connection to nature came from. And it really brought it into awareness. And every time I think in my author bios, I'm a waterfall chaser. I love waterfalls. And I've always had this connection where energetically I can speak to everything. And that's where this came from, because everything that I was taught, I want to say the message. And all we have to do is just close your eyes and take a deep breath and just listen, because in the silence, you can hear everything.
But that's lovely. You're passing that on to your children.
Yes.
But it's also a greater gift for everybody else, for all the other children that read it. And it also makes us pause as adults and think about that as well, which is really good. So you're very inspirational.
Thank you.
So lots of new books coming this year. If you to sum up this story about Zack making his own luck, what message are you putting out there for young children? What do you want them to come away with?
Well, it is about a little boy that has a secret, and the secret could be just the little leprechaun, but I think it's more wide of the message that no matter how dark the days get, or no matter when tough times start to come, life is a roller coaster. And as long as we shine our light to the world, we look deep within, all of everything that we want to be is already there, and we just have to make it shine. And that's really what the book is about, of how to make that happen. And yeah.
I love that. Well done. So congratulations again on your new book. Where are we going again if we want to learn more about you and your YouTube channel, first of all? Where do we go?
So YouTube, just look for Anna Junker and you'll find me, or Anna F. Junker would be the way to go in the search bar. I can't seem to get a custom one yet until I have so many subscribers. So for now, if you just search it there, you'll find my YouTube channel. You can find me on Facebook, which at Anna Junker Books. Instagram is AF Junker. And yeah, I'm everywhere if you look for me.
Lovely. I just want to thank some of the people watching as well. Hi Beverly, and then we've got Lenifer as well, and we've got Gemma, and there's, I think, David come on for a bit. There's lots of people on here. Thank you very much for coming on to watch the chat. If the people on, and Julie Stardle as well, if any of you would like to go and purchase your book, where can they get it from?
Can get it on all the Amazon marketplaces, and it's available on Kindle and paperback.
Fantastic.
.com, .ca, and the rest of them I'm really not 100% sure, but those are the 3 main ones, and I'm on there.
Well, congratulations. And I'm so happy about this. I'm so looking forward to everything that you're doing. Oh my goodness.
And
I
thank
think
you for interviewing me on your day.
that's okay. I've loved it. It's been so nice to speak to you. Okay, if you'd like Anna's book, it's Zack Makes His Own Luck, out on Amazon now. Hope you go and buy it. All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Lots
You
of love then.
Okay,
Okay,
lots of
bye
love.
Anna.
Bye.
Bye.